In November of 2020, I posted a video comparing this webcam from Aukey to the Logitech C920. That video was well received by many of you, and upon further use of the webcam, I created another video talking about how much I loved this webcam. Judging by the comments, many of you agreed that for the low price, it was one of the best webcams on the market. Then Amazon banned them. Let's talk about it. Now, before we dive into today's situation, quick shout out to today's sponsor, the Tech Audit TV Discord. That's right, thanks to all of you, I was able to save up just enough money to buy today's sponsorship slot. So please don't let this flop. On a serious note, if you want to be part of a community who loves building setups just as much as you, this is the place for you. You can also join the Deal Squad in the Discord, where you get notified when deals on stuff like webcams, mics, desks, PC parts, all that stuff. When it goes live, you get notified, and we do giveaways. In fact, just 2 nights ago, I gave away $500 to a lucky member of the Discord. So use that link in the description to join the community. All right, so what the hell's going on with Aukey here? Around May 10th of this year, users started noticing that their products were gone. Aukey's products were just gone from Amazon. At first, I assumed this was perhaps some kind of bug in the system, but when reports came out that other third-party sellers such as MPOW, RavPower, all their stores disappeared as well. I knew something was up at that point. Amazon, shortly after the fact, came out with a statement not naming any of the specific companies, although they did later confirm that Aukey was removed from Amazon. This statement alluded to the fact that Aukey, along with some other of these sellers, had been violating the rules that Amazon has for its sellers. The most notable part of this statement is, quote, "We have long-standing policies to protect the integrity of our store, including product authenticity, genuine reviews, and products meeting the expectations of our customers." Now, I think Aukey has done a pretty good job at delivering expectations, so it's definitely not that part. Amazon later in the statement mentioned that there is an appeals process where sellers can, quote, "explain how they will prevent the violation from happening in the future." So there are 2 common tactics that many third-party sellers will use to manipulate their Amazon reviews. The first tactic is a company will reach out to people outside of Amazon, often very small influencers who are just grateful to get anything for free, and they'll ask that influencer to purchase the product on Amazon and then leave a 5-star review. Once that review is posted, the seller will then send that user money through something like PayPal for the amount they paid, essentially refunding the purchase without officially refunding it through Amazon. The small influencer got a free product, and the seller has a verified 5-star review on Amazon. Win-win. The second tactic is more common, and it's one we've likely all seen before. The consumer buys the product from the seller slips in a nice little card or flyer into the product, asking them if they'd be so kind to leave an honest review. You know, it helps a lot, small business, all that kind of stuff. And hey, if you leave the review, we'll go ahead and send you a $20 gift card to Amazon. Or if you're Aukey, you just offer a $100 gift card to your store, like they did with Corbin Davenport, who is a journalist over at XDA Developers. He tweeted this note that came from Aukey after he purchased a standing desk from them. And this is just one of many examples of the types of notes that you'll get from sellers for many of the products that we buy on Amazon. To be clear, sellers asking for reviews from their customers is not only not against the rules, it's encouraged by Amazon, but the violation occurs when the seller offers an incentive to do so. Even though Aukey in this case is asking for an honest review, instead of a 5-star review, most people are going to leave a really good 5-star review because they feel bad taking $100 from them for leaving a garbage review. Now, I personally have never received any solicitations like this from Aukey products that I've purchased. I have others, but not from Aukey. So I'm guessing this is something that they recently started doing and it came back to haunt them. Aukey also doesn't seem to be denying the allegations against them. I reached out to a PR contact at Aukey asking about what's going on, and maybe it was due to a language barrier since, Aukey is a Chinese company, but the response seemed a bit cryptic depending on how you're reading it. Now I'll pop it up here. If I'm reading this correctly, they say they don't know the real reason, but then quickly acknowledge that they violated some Amazon rules and therefore will likely be off the platform for 2 to 3 months. What's weird to me is that she then goes on to say that if they decide to permanently, leave or withdraw from Amazon, then they will explain the real reasons. So do you know the reasons or do you not know? Since the ban from Amazon, whether it's permanent or temporary, we still don't know, Aukey has updated their website to include all of the products for you to purchase, including the popular LM1E webcam that a lot of you have been asking me about. And I'll link to their store below for you to check out if you're curious. This whole situation's unfortunate. It's easy to pick on a big company like Aukey. Personally, I don't think they needed to do this. Their products are really good, but it's hard to throw so many stones considering that they know and we know this is how a lot of companies make it on Amazon. And I think Aukey unfortunately dipped into the temptation a little bit when they really didn't need to. And while I don't like seeing companies engage in shady marketing tactics, and I do believe that punishment is necessary, I do generally enjoy Aukey products and I want them to bounce back and do well. This benefits us as well. And considering that a recent study found that 89% of users prefer to purchase a product through Amazon rather than through the retailer's website, I have to assume that this has been a huge hit on Aukey's revenue. Despite being a third-party Chinese seller on the platform, Aukey has built up a pretty solid reputation in the tech space by putting out generally solid products at a very good price. So while they may be able to survive selling exclusively on their own website much longer than, a smaller third-party seller, I can't see Aukey leaving Amazon permanently on their own free will. Now, some on the internet are suggesting that this is part of a broader conspiracy by Amazon to kick these sellers off the platform to help boost sales for Amazon's own line of white labeled products, because they've been known to do that in the past. Not necessarily kick people off, but when a product does well, they just come out with their own generic version of it and undercut the seller. But in this case, with the types of products that Aukey sells and how they've been marketing it and whatnot, I don't see Amazon making enough revenue from their own line of products that would compete in this, enough to make up for the cost of the revenue that they would get through allowing a company like Aukey and these others to sell on the platform. So I don't buy into that conspiracy. I believe that Aukey is basically stuck in a probationary period where they essentially have to do their time. I think they'll be back on Amazon this summer, possibly as soon as this month, but we'll have to wait and see. I am curious though, for those who have made it this far in the video, thank you, by the way, and if you have purchased an Aukey product, let me know in the comments when you bought the product, roughly speaking. I don't need like exact dates or anything, and whether or not you received any type of solicitation to leave a review for any kind of reward. And then we can talk about all this on like my next stream. So be sure to follow me on twitch.tv/TechAuditTV. We can chat more about this. So that's it for today. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If this is your second or third time or more watching a video of mine, that's the YouTube gods telling you it's time to subscribe. So hit that button. Until next time, my name is Brandon Hassler, and this is Tech Audit TV. And quick little announcement, YouTube memberships are now live on the channel. Just smash that join button down below, and just like on Twitch, you can help support the channel with some fun perks. And every now and then I'll highlight some cool people like Jake, who is one of our favorite members in the Discord. Check out this setup he's working on. Okay, this thing's looking nice, fresh desk and everything. Boy, oh boy, come say hi to Jake in the Discord.